What's up, guys? This is part 4 of airplane stability. What happens if the CG is at or behind the aft limit? What happens if the center of gravity is at or behind the aft limit? The simple answer, you guys know and I know, the plane becomes unsafe. It is not safe to fly. But let's take a look at 3 points on what's going to happen if the CG is at or behind the aft limit, so we can keep this in mind. Number 1, harder to recover from a stall. What is a stall? A stall pretty much occurs when the airplane is not generating enough lift to stay in the air. So that is a bit dangerous. Why? Because once you're experiencing a stall, well, you're trying to fix that situation right away. But because the CG is at or it's behind the aft limit, well, that's why you're going to have some trouble recovering from that stall. The airplane becomes less stable, meaning that it's going to be a little bit hard to control the aircraft because the airplane is unstable. Why? Because the CG is at or behind the aft limit. And point number 3, higher chance of overstressing the airplane. As we know, it is important to fly with a specific weight on the aircraft to prevent the aircraft from getting damaged. Also, it is also important to fly at a certain speed to prevent structural damage in the aircraft. So, depending on the aircraft you're flying, depending on the aircraft you're flying, well, that's the amount of weight that you can fly with, and also it also has speed limitations. So remember these 3 points. What happens if the CG is at or behind the aft limit? Well, we know that the plane becomes unsafe to fly. But give me 3 reasons. Okay, 1, the plane becomes harder to recover from a stall. 2, the airplane becomes less stable. And 3, a higher chance of overstressing the airplane, meaning causing damage to certain parts of the aircraft itself.